festives and with our families, what we are eating, what we are cooking, how to cook them. Yes, we still have more of them coming. So here is your Esther Jogona. The reason I call myself Jogona is my surname, and it's my dad's name, like the surname from my dad, not my dad. My dad. Yeah, so I'm a mother of one beautiful baby, and many of you know me. Definitely, they know me. We have come a long journey. For those friends of mine who we have been meeting here and there, even from some of you subscribers, they know, but you don't know where I've started my life for me to be here where I am. Although I've been where I am because I'm with God, and also I've been with you because we have walked this journey with you, some of you, right? And but I know the huge number that is my family in YouTube, they don't know who is Esther, and I just felt like I need to come here and notify you who is Esther. Yes, it's not just Esther by the look you see. She's Esther and beautiful with beautiful heart, and the Esther of the Bible. Yes, so yeah, so I finished my school in 2009, and that's where all my life began. Once I finished my high school, immediately I finished my high school on 2010, God gave me a huge gift in my life, and life gave a twist. Like now it's not focusing on my studies anymore. I couldn't join the college immediately because God gifted me a very beautiful gift that I call my princess Benita. Yes, yeah. So my life it began with her out from school, and when I gave birth, we stayed home for like 1 year and 1 month or 2 months. And then I told my sister by then I need to move away from the village. I feel like my life is in one place too much. I need to go out there and get to know more about the future. Like, where are we heading? I don't have to keep there to torture my parents anymore. I've already done they have already done a lot to me. They have taken me to school. I've finished the school. I've given birth. They have taken care of us in a good way. It's not that I was lacking anything, but I needed to know more about, I mean, to explore more away from home. Yeah, so at least I can go and get something and try and come and help my parents, which have done that. Yes, and I'm really, really proud. They are also proud of me, as per se. I wish I can put them on my channel and they will say what I have done. I have done a lot. It's a lot. Sure, I have never forgotten my parents or neglect them. Yeah, so I don't want to emphasize so much on that part. Yeah, so when my baby was 1 year 2 months, so I left my village, and my sister by then she was living in Ukambani area, and she suggested I need to start life in Thika, just like it would be like few minutes away from where she was working. By then she could be passing by and checking on me with my baby. So she told me, for you to start life you have to learn how to stay or to live alone, which I was okay with it. I was so, like, I was very ready for everything of any circumstance that I'm gonna face. So that's what I'm saying. Like, my life began when my that is on was it on 2011? Yeah. So she when I was leaving home, my village, she had looked for a house in Thika, somewhere called Makongeni, and she had booked me a room, like a single room, and she had bought me a kibanda, like a small store, like the one which are built outside by the side road, like not a room. It wasn't a room, but okay, for kibanda, I'm explaining what a kibanda is. It's like a shade, like it's built with trees, and then it's only the roof that is on top. So on the sides, nothing. That's what kibanda is in Kenya. For those who be watching this and they are not Kenyan, yeah. So she had bought me one, and then she went and bought me a bale of children clothes so that I can come and open them and sell them in that kibanda. and it wasn't far away from where I used to live, because it was just like you cross the road and I could see my kibanda from my house actually. Yeah, so that's where I started my life, and she had bought few items, house items for me, and since I had knowledge with my village life, when you come from village, you become a very strong woman. Yeah, you are not the same. You can't be the same like those people who have grown in town. They have, yes, I'm not saying that they are, yeah, they are foolish, but they have their own knowledge of being in town, growing up in town, and as we have a knowledge of being in growing in the village, we become very strong people. You understand? Yeah. So I was so ready of everything. So I started there, very humble, very humble beginning, that even I thought that I'm rich myself because I could afford to pay, like, to work and live alone with my baby. Yeah, so I started life. I start selling those children clothes. I could sell if the money, I mean, if the bill of clothes has returned its money, I'll go grab another one and come and open, and it kept on recurring like that. So that's happened for like 3 years, and by that time, let me take you back a little bit. So my father of my baby, they used to work with my sister. So we met with him when I went to visit my sister in her workplace. So she took him to court, and because we were not in good terms at all. We were not under communication, and when she did that intentionally so that he can support me, like at least maybe paying for the food and maybe rent, and me when I'm working there to sell my clothes, maybe I'll just try and do something else, because my baby by then still needed pampers. She need food all the time, and we went to the court and we agreed on a amount. It was little, yeah, but it used to help me to pay my rent. So I had no problem with the rent. And the single room that time was going for 1,018, like 1,800. That's equivalent around like $18. No, how do you say? How do you say 18? Okay, whichever. But it was one in Kenya shilling. It was 1,800. Okay, so life began like that. So I worked that like selling clothes for like 3 years, and I felt like the business has begun going down. And sometimes I'll purchase that bill and it will not return back my money. Like I'll find me going back to my pocket, and when you realize that your business, you have to go back to your pocket so that you can buy another one. Just know like things are not going well. So that's what happened. And I felt like my banda was located, we were doing the same thing, like five of us, but God send you your own customers. So I felt like I need to change the business to something else, and I quitted that business, and what was remaining, I had to sell it very fast so that I can just leave that business. So I started selling shoes, the plastic shoes. Yeah, I used to see what's working very fast, and I started selling plastic shoes, and it did very well again, until everyone realized that this business has it's working, and like everyone, even for those who were selling clothes with them, they stopped and they start selling the same shoes. So because I needed to try new things, I changed again. I started selling house utensils. Yeah, like the pots, the spoon, the knife, the etc. For those people even who are beginning their life, they could come and purchase from me, like from the spatula, from the spoons, from the pot, from everything. And it worked until again, for the plastic shoes, it lasted. I stayed with it around 8 months until I changed to the house utensils, and I worked with house utensils until I stopped doing anything with kibana. And for for utensils, I did it for around 1 year or 5 months, if I can remember. Yeah, and it didn't go well. Now things became so hard. Now the money that my dad's father was sending by that time, it wasn't enough, and we were not under communication. I could only communicate with the court, so he used to take the money to the court, and the court would send to me, or I'm gonna go and grab the money from the court. So it could only give me the rent and maybe some bills of water bills, electricity bill, and that was it. But when it comes to the food, it was on me. So when business became hard, it went way down. I couldn't even purchase anything in the house, like maybe the seat, nothing. And the life became way very hard. That was around 2015. Yeah, around 2015. So I think that's where all life started. So when I was there in Kibanda, all the days that we were there, we were best friends. And I started like sleeping hungry because I could go and open my kibanda and I could not sell anything like for 3 days, and I don't have food in the house. I don't have shopping. Things became hard. I knew at least we had the shelter with us, but we didn't have the food. And so I called my sister and told her things are not going well, it's not working. And she was like, no. I told you have to stand on yourself now. She think that she said I did the biggest part, and now you need to work on yourself. So you work on yourself and try and make sure like things go well. And I was okay. Let me figure out. But I told her I've spent I've spent like 2 days without eating anything. I was going to my neighbor by that time, and I will ask her, please can you assist me with only one plate, a small bowl. Like I'll go with a bowl and I'll ask her, please can you offer me only my baby's food? Me, God will provide for me either tomorrow. And we did that, and things were going here and there, like so I stayed like that, going around for 3 months. I could call back at home and tell them I have no food. My mom would get stressed. By that time, she didn't have the phone. I used to call my neighbor to go and take her the phone. She couldn't send me the money. That was life. Yeah, that is life. That's where like I realized, oh, so when not everything that's come easy, you don't have to stand smooth and you walk smoothly. It has big and bump. I know each and every one of us has a story behind. If we come here and tell each of kila mtu like your own stories, oh God, we'll be all emotional crying for each other. But we had to start there for us to be strong. So for me, I told my sister I need to do something aside of me selling the utensils, because even the profit was very low. Like I would sell like 10 spoons, and the only profit it gives me it's 5 shillings. Five shillings. I don't know what could buy for me that time. Even for the pot, it only give me a profit of maybe 10 shillings. It didn't have a lot of profit. So she organized her with my brother. My brother by that time he was working, and they organized, and she asked me, what do you wanna do? I told her anything. And she told me you can sell boiled maize. And I was like, how can I sell it? Does it even have a profit? And she told me, yes, it does. You have to keep trying. I know it's hard, but you have to try. And I was like, no, okay, I'll have to give it a try. I don't have no other option because I'm sleeping hungry. Even if I don't get enough profit by that time, I would go and eat my boiled maize, which is okay. I'll not sleep hungry. So we went with her to Juakari, like in Kikomba, and we bought a very big jiko, big one. I don't know what the size I will show you, but it was big. Not even small like this, it was big. Yeah, and a big pot, like ile sufuria kerore. Even for those women that use it in the village or when we have function, those big pots that they use. She bought me like two, one for maize, and one she told me you can also, when it's cold season, you can do like strong tea and you just put it outside your kibanda and people will be buying the strong tea, which it was fine. It's a good idea. So she bought me a full bag of charcoal and tiko and two pots, and she gave me a profit like extra money of 500. So she told me you go and buy maize worth 300, and you'll be selling in that time. Makongeni, it's a very big market and things are very cheap. So I went and purchased maize. One maize was costed 10 shillings. And now she told me in that profit you check on the size of the maize, and you'll be like if it's long, you sell it for 30 shilling, but if it's short, you double up. If you bought for 10 shilling, make sure it comes with 20 shillings so that I can get my profit, and I also save the few penny for the, like I'll get from that money I'll get another profit of me getting another bag of maize tomorrow. And charcoal, like I'll remove 1 gallon of charcoal every in that money, and my profit. So I did that for 1 week, and my Makongeni was very busy. So my baby, by that time, she was still young. I used to leave her to sleep in my room, and because people in that market, they go to work around 4 a.m. So I used to wake up 3 a.m., put on the jiko, arrange the maize in the pot, boil them. When they are boiling, I'll be doing like cleaning in the house, like cleaning baby clothes. And when the maize is done, I'll take shower and go to the market around 4:30 a.m. It's still dark, and I ask my neighbor, please be listening to my child. When she wakes up, you take her and stay with her in your house. So that's how I survived by that time. So I used to go and imagine, God work wonders. So I went and when I started doing that, I did it for 1 week, and I could tell I've saved around 2,000 profit. Like now, every day I'll have to remove hiyo pesa ya mahindi, the charcoal, and my profit. So I have saved, like my own money. I had saved like 2,000 Kenya shilling. You understand? Like that is around $20. So, and I was so proud of myself. Now, even I used to go and open the kibanda, and I'll arrange every utensils accordingly, and I'll ask my neighbor from my kibanda to check on my business until I come. So I used to go and sell those maize until around 6 a.m. It will have already finished. Even sometimes they were like, you need to boil, you keep boiling and you come 2 rounds. You understand? So I was like, no. I hesitated first because I don't know if I'll boil the second time and it would work. And then if I boil the second time, my baby has already waken up and I don't have enough time to go with her and my back. And also these healthy people, like healthy ministry, they used to go around the market for us who are selling food that they cook food. So I have to be so keen and careful. Yeah, you have to dress a white apron. Those were the rules. Every time you're selling something to eat, you had to wear a white apron. And so I couldn't go selling with my baby at my back. So that's why I couldn't do the second line. Though it came this a time when the climate was getting very cold, that it's very chilly, and I used to go even 3 times, and per day I'll even make a profit of, like if I go 3 times, it will give me a profit even of 900 or even 1,000, like $10. So which I was very proud of myself. So a friend of mine, when I was going all through these challenges, I had asked him if he hears someone like a bachelor, not someone who has a family, because I had a small child. If he hears a bachelor that needs like his house to be cleaned, to clean your clothes, to his clothes, all her clothes, I would go and clean on applies. And by that time I'd already started doing the maize. So let me tell you, God used to God started there. I never slept hungry because I was also hardworking. I was not like ready. So I used to go and sell the maize up to 6 a.m., come back in the house, find my baby has waken up, offer her like porridge, the breakfast, clean her up, and even me, I'll take my breaks fast, and we'll close the house. We go and open my wakibanda and leave the business open, and then I'm gonna go. You see, like I woke up around 3 a.m. I have to go and clean people clothes. Like I had even the first time I cleaned, I used to put my baby in a basin, and then I'll put some bracken inside and I'll lay her down there, and I'll be playing around with her when I'm still cleaning clothes here, and I'll give her this small cup to hold for her milk. Yeah, so she'll not disturb me too much. So I used to do that. I used to clean people clothes, and clean their own houses. Even sometimes some people ask me to cook, and when I used to clean those people clothes, they used to pay me 500 shilling. That is five $5 per se. Yeah. And when I clean their houses and also do the house and also maybe cook, you have to give me $10. That is 1,000 Kenya shilling, which was very good because I still have the profit of my maize that I sold in the morning. I will never sleep hungry because no matter what, it will not work. So I used to do that up to around midday at 12 p.m. that is, and I'll pass by my work in my kibanda and check how the business is doing, go back to my house, have my lunch, and by that time the baby is tired again. I'll clean her up again so that she can rest, also because she has been in that basin when I was doing all those cleaning, so she can relax and stretch up. So I used to do all those, and ooh, God is wonderful. It's good memories that is giving me. So until it came to a moment like I had enough people to do, like from Monday to Friday, because Saturday I was giving myself off to relax. Now even I have a day to relax. So it became my duty of I have to wake up by 3 a.m., put on the maize and to boil, like cook the maize, take them to the market by 4:30, come back by 6, give my baby the breakfast, go and open my kibanda. Then it come every day. I had a person that I would go to his or her house. You understand? That friend of mine organized for me. So that was a duty. I was fully booked from Monday to Friday, unless I have enough strength that I could do another extra house in the afternoon. By that time, I had known the bank, and I have opened a bank account. And now, because I used to save, I used to put my money under the mattress, and until my sister came and found my money under the mattress, and she told me, you have to open a bank account. Every time you get a profit, just save it. That's how you're supposed to do. I wasn't so enlarged on that area. So when I used to do this, like all those duties every day, when I go home in the evening, I'll find myself like I have a profit of maybe $30. Yeah, that is 3,000 Kenya shilling per day, like selling shemsha mahindi. I'll go to the bag. Imagine, even when I was doing this business in the market, I was nicknamed Shamsha Mahindi Ready. So they used to scream and say, Shamsha Mahindi, Kuja, Shamsha Mahindi, come and give us Shamsha Mahindi. Because I used to go and saying, Shamsha Mahindi, like boiled maize. Who wanna buy? It's hot, I was I always remember these stories and I feel like clapping on myself. It is all crazy, honestly, but God did me something. God enlarged and He saw my effort. Like I used to pray and I'll tell God, I don't want to sleep hungry ever again. So my life did not stop there. So I opened a bank account and I used to do the recurring duties from morning to the maize, to the breakfast, to the utensils, to go and clean people's house and clothes, come back home. The rest up from 2 p.m. to around 4 p.m. for 2 hours. Go back to my kibanda. We stay in my kibanda from 4 to 6 p.m. with my baby there with others. If we don't sell, we are okay. We have money. Yeah, we used to have money now, and those time I think also kulikuwa na pesa, there was enough money in Kenya. So yeah, and 6 p.m. we're gonna close our kibanda and go back to the house. Right now, by that time, I had bought even a gas cylinder because and I wasn't cooking again, because when I was starting life, I had no gas cylinder. I started with stove, cooking stove. So the one you use with the kerosene, I wouldn't use it anymore. I bought the gas cylinder. Life began to shine from that place, from that moment. So once I opened a bank account, I could save up to 10,000, 15,000. Like, it's just there, relaxing. I have no work to do with it. You understand? Because now even the money that I was getting from the court, it's still paying my house. I had to change the house because where I started life, oh my goodness, that house, when it rains, hi, I used to sleep on the floor. I used to sleep on the floor. First of all, I did not even say. I used to sleep on the floor. That's where I started my life, which I think is started and beginning of everyone who is starting a new life. Yeah. So, and when it rains, the water used to come from down. It will raise up to the floor. Sometimes I used to wake up in a cold mattress, and I will ask myself, did I ease myself in my bed at night? And I don't really do that. What's going on? Until the owner told me that building, when they were building, it was built in a swamp. So when it rains, the water comes up. So I didn't have money to purchase a bed, and but the landlady gave me a bed that she was not using. So when I put my mattress on the roof to dry, I just came and put it on that bed so that you don't get sick with my baby. So even I bought the mosquito net. So we used to use that her metallic. It was a metallic bed, and at least we couldn't sleep on the floor. We could not wake up on a cold mattress anymore. I thanked God for that. So I decided now, because I have enough savings in my bank, I need to change this how I don't have to be waking up every time to a cold house. Like when it rains, it was a problem for me. Now I knew, like, if it rains, I'll have to wake up in a wet house. You understand? So I used to I looked for another house. Now in that house I used to pay $20 per month. Yeah, and now because the money that was coming from the bank was $30, I mean, not for the bank, from the court, it was $30. So I saw like it is still going to assist me. $20, I still have $10 more to use. So I used to pay me bills, and I'll still remain with around 500 Kenya shilling, like $5. And I relocated. Now I have no stress. I have enough duties to do. And I relocated not so far away from my job. Sorry. I'm getting heartburn. I don't know why. I had a dinner right now. Matoke, like the bananas. That's what is giving me heartburn. Yeah, so I moved out from that house, and life never went back again. Until when I felt it's time to start buying, like purchasing new furnitures in the house. So I started with one seat. I bought a three-seater seat alone, and I bought small by small. I first of all I started with gas cylinder, then I went to the seat, then I went to add more utensils in my house, because when I was starting life, I started like with 4 pots, 2 plates, 2 spoons, one knife, like that. So I started adding more utensils, because even when I was going to buy the one I'm selling, I used to go and also buy my own with my profit that I've saved, not from the work. And it reached to a point that I felt this work is the utensils business not giving me money. I sold everything, and some of the stuff I took back to my house. And I even told my sister, I'm selling this kibanda, I don't want to work on it anymore. It's not even giving me profits. Just there to like people to see me, I'm doing it, and it's not helping me. So I focused on selling the maize and doing people clothes, and now I focused on that work fully because I was booked even like Wednesdays and Fridays. I had like two house to do. So I used to go and do May 6 and come back home quickly and do the first house clothes. All of them, they were bachelors, no clothes, children clothes, because children clothes were very dirty and I didn't have enough time to keep there and cleaning them. And I still have the child who is laying down on the basin here who needs me to feed her and pray with her also. So that's how life went. So I did that for almost a year, and I saved. I bought a lot of furnitures in my house. I even bought my first television, yeah, 21-inch, although thieves came and stole it again. Stole it. And they did not even shake me because I had saved some cash by then. So it reached to a point like my back started hurting me and I could not now bend anymore. I think it gave me a problem where even I used to go to the hospital because when I bent so much, I used to feel like it's cracking, like it's kind of cracking. I don't know if I bent too much, but all in all, God is good. It all happened by God's grace and it took me from somewhere. So I changed and I remained with Chemsha Mahindi. Again, I also, after I stopped doing people clothes and houses, I stayed like another 3 months still doing selling maize. Uh, by that time I had gained a lot of friends, and one friend had told, she was working in a hardware shop by then, and she told me they are looking for a worker, like a seller, like to do a sales, and I asked her if they can employ me because by that time I had not gone even to the college. I had only gone to form 4, like I was just a form 4 leaver. So she told me, yeah, you can come and try your luck, you never know. So I went, and because I had this experience of me selling baby clothes and maize and etc., they interviewed me and they told me, now you have to like 1 week to learn. And it was paying very well. It was paying me 20,000 by that time, which it was a lot of money for me. So I stopped butchering my indie. I stopped now I stopped selling the maize. I have stopped cleaning people's houses and clothes, and now I'm a fully employed seller in a hardware. In this hardware, I used to sell in Thika town. We used to sell paints, all building materials. You understand? So by that time, now my baby, I had no a house manager, but someone told me there is daycare. I had to look for a best daycare, so I found one lady who had rented a 2-bedroom house, and the whole of her sitting room was quite, the sitting area was huge, and she had removed all the seats and made it a daycare. And that's why I used to take my baby. I used to take there with her with food there and pampers until I come back in the evening and pick her up and go her back home, and the same thing you do tomorrow. And it really assisted me in a very big way until when now I worked in the hardware around 2 years, and a life changed. When you explore there outside, you get to know more and more and more. You get advanced, and my life never went back again to where it was. I was still in that hardware. I'm still dating now again. That's when I even started dating when my baby was around 4 years or 5 years, around there. And I decided to go back to school. I decided to go back to school. while I'm still working, and I have a child to take care of, and life went over and over until today. I'm a business ready, you know. I've never ever went back to sleeping hungry. I've never ever thought that I'm gonna be lazy. Although in between there have been big challenges, but I was strong enough now to handle them uh, more like a pro. I was used to that hard drive until I went to like where I could like focus on myself and tell God I need strength, I need focus, I need to do this. Up to now, I'm not shaken by the ass. I've given you a lot of story. Yeah, that's where I started my life, and that's what that life made me to become who I am today, a strong lady, to face any circumstance. And I thank God that I'm strong. I'm very strong. I feel so. I'm strong to start to face this life. Yeah, and yeah, I think that's it about my how I started my life to become a business lady. I don't like being employed. I love working, employing myself. Yeah, and who hits the subscribe button, by the way? Simply hit the subscribe button. It's free of charge. It's free. Only you being online, that's all you require. You only being online is what you require to subscribe to my channel. And also hit that arrow. It's like this, like and comment. Just tell me something, or maybe even tell me what kind of a video you have to see from me. I have some videos in my phone, but I cannot here. It's here. But I cannot upload them because when it comes to editing, it's a problem. And from to transfer them from here to this phone of my brother, it will be so hard, because also space will be, it will require more space. But I'll upload this video first to tell you we are still together. I've not forgotten you guys. It's only that I'm going that challenge of space, because I'm filming with my phone, and I'm hoping to buy a camera one day. Yeah, someone told me like if I could buy maybe a GoPro. I saw like I have done my survey. I've seen GoPro Hilo 11, and I liked it. The one like Miss Trudy and Wademaya uses. They use super GoPro Hilo 10. But I know God will do something. God will provide for me, and I don't know where I'll find it in Kenya, but I've done my survey, and I'll get a big memory, yeah, so I'll not be losing my videos. It takes a lot of time to come here and do a video, or not even like the one I'm sitting now, because there is no other video that I've done like this one, the one I'm seated, except anyway, there's no other video I've done that I'm seated. All other videos I've maybe done showcase what I'm doing in the house. Yeah, it's been quite hectic, but it's never hectic on me giving you good context, and you being my family. You understand? I'm so happy for you guys, for you becoming my family. I've seen great motivation. I've followed more people. You have really encouraged me to keep going, and continue with that, and keep telling your friends to come and subscribe. Continue sharing my videos so that we can get to know a huge number, and also get to be watching my videos also to the end. I'm still trying to get the watch time hours to keep going, and you'll get more best content, yeah, to come. So that's it for today. So guys, kindly hit the subscribe button. Yeah, and before I wrap up, I've been keeping this video for long. I've been hesitating to give you my house tour, but I feel it's the good time to give you my house tour. Because I'm planning to change the house again, and I'm gonna give you the house tour one of these fine days. Yes, if you subscribe and if you watch this video to the end, let me know. You'll get to hear that message, and comment down below and tell me if you have heard that message. If you have heard that I have a video coming about my house tour, and the reason why I'm giving the house tour, comment down below so that I can know that you watched this video to the end. You understand? Yeah, that's it for today. Mwah! Subscribe, like, share, comment, comment, and hit the notification bell at the corner. That nini, hiyo kakengele hapo. Yeah, so see you next time.